Oh yeah. Sarah and I have made our way back to beautiful Western North Carolina. The sun is shining. Winter is not here yet, even though yesterday it snowed. I am finally warming up after 2 days of freezing my buttered buns off. You know, I travel basically professionally for the past 8 years, and I cannot remember a time where I did not check the weather correctly and I got so caught out where I have not been warm for like 2 days. So we're gonna get climbing, I'm gonna get sweating, and everything's gonna be right with the world.
And I cannot remember a time when I was warm and you were cold. Usually I'm the little cold skinny girl.
Yeah, it's all screwed up. I guess when you check the weather and it says the high is gonna be 55, it can be 55 degrees for like 3 seconds and then 35 degrees the rest of the day. We are heading up to go ride something kinda sorta new. I rode upper Black Mountain. It's not gonna be full Black Mountain because there's the upper section we're gonna skip. We're gonna climb up Clawhammer Road and we're gonna see all the new little reroutes and improvements that Pisgah area Sorba has been doing to Black Mountain over the past couple years. Before we even hit the single track, I have to give a huge shout out to Pisgah area Sorba. As you all know, Hurricane Helene hit at the end of September and just caused some crazy devastation in the Asheville area, Western North Carolina. And they got at it so fast, clearing the trails, making sure that they did their part to help the economy here, because you know everything gets ruined, but then there comes a point where everybody needs to come back and spend money. This is a huge recreation economy. Mountain bikers, hikers, canoers, kayakers, just looky-loos, leaf peepers, rock climbers. So there still are communities in Western North Carolina that have been hard hit, that are still trying to recover, but Brevard in particular is back in business, and it's the toughest thing. The first few weeks you're struggling for electricity, power, water, and then you get all those things and then you need tourists. That's how these places survive. We actually got our bikes from Squatch Bikes in Brevard. Shout out to Scott and Heather and their kids running their bike shop. They picked up the bike shop in April. They moved from Tennessee, bought Squatch in April, and September, October, November is supposed to be the gangbusters time of year for mountain biking, and the hurricane hit, so it has not been. They've been just trying to get people to come back out and ride these trails and experience everything Pisgah and Western North Carolina have to offer. I've got the Yeti SB140 and Sarah's on the Ripmo AF. Ripmo AF is the #1 bike I recommend to people because for 3,000 bucks you get quite a lot of bike, and that seems expensive to, you know, people who don't ride mountain bikes all the time, but for people who do, it is the way to go. It's definitely the bike I would be riding if I was still working at the cookware company. This is a very special place for Sarah and I. I think our first date was on Black Mountain, the lower section, which Sarah used to do all the time after work and stuff. So she was ripping so fast down that trail. No pressure, but that was like, oh, I remember that so much, of how much of a phenom she was going down any trail that you can do and memorize and go down a ton of times, like Killzone at Eversoak. Like your time is like 20 seconds faster than everyone. Wow, it's insane.
I had to impress you. I feel the deal. I didn't want to ride with no slow pony.
5 years later, almost. We got a few more months until 5 years, but I think we're gonna make it. Oh yeah, once again, big shout out to Squatch Bikes, Scott, Heather, Corey, and Gretchen, and the rest of the crew. So nice to hang out there and see how they're doing, trying to survive through the hurricane, and couldn't have done this trip without them. I couldn't travel with my bike again. The travel, oh, I go back and forth so much. We could have done it. I've got like the Delta higher tier where I can take my bike and everything, but it's still just brutal. We rented a truck, so it makes it a little easier, and Squatch actually had a tailgate pad that you can rent, which also makes it nice. So we actually ran into them just now on the trails too, which is crazy. Bike shop gets shut down on Saturday, so everybody can get out and ride. I can't remember if I'd ever actually been inside Squatch or if it was just from watching Seth's videos, the Berm Peak videos showing off the goodness. As always, I'll have my Trail Forks ride log down in the description if you actually want to do this ride and see where we parked, see where we started, see where we finished, all that. For the 1 in a million of you who actually want to go out and ride, Sarah claims I was bonking out the first time we rode this. I don't know about that.
Cut to the video clip of you on the side of this road.
Oh yeah, she's got the distancing down. Well, I guess she was right. No e-bikes allowed out in the National Forest quite yet. I'm telling you, you just gotta fight the law, make new case law. Scott said that the rangers came into the bike shop and it's gonna be a misdemeanor citation if you're caught using an e-bike out here. It's all right, they can't ban my Ozempic and my Deca Duraball and TRT, HGH. I'm juiced to the gills, babe.
Almost fell to my death like those people on I-40.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're sweating. Loving it.
I love it almost as much as the best electrolyte drink mix in the business and the fine sponsor of today's video, Element. The Element mission is to restore health through hydration. You know, these colder winter days, it is so much harder to stay hydrated. Most of the time you make it through a ride just fine, but then a couple hours later you start getting the headaches. You didn't get your electrolytes dialed in. Get some Element in your bottle and make sure you're drinking it before the ride, during the ride, and after the ride. I searched for so long to find that perfect electrolyte drink mix that would check all the boxes for me. I need something that tastes great, but doesn't have a pound of sugar, keeps me fired up through a ride, but doesn't make me all jittery like that stuff with caffeine. I hate that. And something that doesn't mess with my stomach. So many of these other drinks would be okay, and then I would just get a gurgling feeling. With Element, you get none of that. You get all the good benefits, none of the bad. The Element thesis is out with sugar and in with salt. They believe that most people, especially active people who get out and sweat a lot, need more salt in their diet, not less, to perform and feel their best. When your electrolytes aren't dialed in, you're gonna get cramps, headaches, that general tiredness we all hate. You need your sodium, potassium, and magnesium to balance you out. I think the best way to do it is with a pack of Element or with one of their new sparkling waters, which I cannot get enough of. But if you end up ordering Element and you don't like it, you can always email them and they will give you a full refund. They have the best policy in the business. You are taking zero risk on your first order of Element. And whether it's your first order or your 500th, make sure you use my link, drinkelement.com/BKXC, and you'll get that free 8-pack sample packs. You can try all the different flavors, share them out with a friend. It's the best way to get dialed in. And it's also the best way to keep this channel alive. Element has been a fantastic partner all the way through 2024 and now going into 2025. Head on over to drinklmnt.com/BKXC and get your hydration sorted.
Okay, we finished with the downright easy Fire Road climb. That's like too good to be
I
true.
was thinking the same thing. In my head, I always remembered it taking forever and feeling like 3,000 feet. That was easy.
Yeah, but now we're getting on actual Black Mountain Trail, and Sarah was like, I think that way is like a bad hike-a-bike. I'm like, that's where we're going.
Yeah. It'll be worth it. We'll see what the new section's like.
Totally rideable. Now that we made it to the single track, I have to give another huge shout out to Pisgah area Sorba. Even though I don't have my Trail One cockpit right here, the Trail One Treasury is always watching, and I am very, very happy to say we're gonna donate $1,500 to Pisgah area Sorba. We've been selling plenty of Farlow Gap grips, which is named for Farlow Gap Trail, which we're not going to hit this time around. It's so extreme. it's tons of fun, but there's a lot of other good Pisgah stuff we want to hit. But yeah, we've set aside so much from those grips, and to be able to donate it back in one big shot to help out in Pisgah area Sorba's time of need is just an amazing thing. So very, very happy. Every single bit of Trail One gear we sell, we set aside $1. If it's named for a specific trail system, we donate the money to the trail stewards of that area. If not, we put it in a general pot and donate that money how we see fit. And we're always looking for new ideas and stuff. You can email Trail One or hit our contact list on trail1.bike if you've got an idea for some funds. We love it when it's like we want to build a bridge. It'll be $1,000. That's like an automatic, like boom, if it's an actual specific thing. We really just built Trail One as a vehicle for donating back to the trails. That was such a huge piece of the puzzle. Try to make the best components we can to deliver the best experience we can, and then pour that money back into trail systems. Keep the cycle repeating. Oh, no way. You know, on a different day, maybe I would attempt it. Hoi! Oh. Yeah, this is gonna be tricky. Oh yeah. Whoa. Gotcha. That was spectacular. I'll have to watch the video. Get up! That was crazy. That thing?
Yeah, I got stuck in a front wheel and I saw it coming.
Oh.
I've never landed like that.
Whoopsie daisy.
That was funny.
You okay?
Yeah, it didn't really hurt. I did like a good tumble. It was such a weird one.
Giant stick.
Yeah. I like could foreshadow. I was like, uh oh, that one's about to go in my front wheel.
Fully
Yeah,
blocked you out.
Usually it'll get itself out, but that one lodged itself.
She's made out of rubber. Yeah, the braking power is not great with the leaves. Ooh. Ooh, it's hot. Okay, had our first little false summit, and somehow there's a big climb ahead of us. Oh, there it is. It's peeking out. Yeah, too slow on that. Nasty. Very nasty. This proves that it was really cold. I wasn't just making it up. Oh. I was a little worried this wasn't going to be like a full ride. Oh, yeah. I'm not worried anymore. Yeah. Nice. I doubted we were going to ride it. You proved me wrong. I called her a fool. side-eye light coming through the trees is a little tough here. Wow, just big, beautiful, buff single track now all of a sudden. After going through the straight up, closed in, claustrophobic tunnels. All right. My fault. I don't know what I was doing there. Ooh, this bike gets up off the ground easy. Every bike I don't own is easy to jump. Oh, yikes. Woo-hoo-hoo. Really nice with Squatch bikes too. They really pride themselves being a friendly, everyone's welcome kind of bike shop, where I don't know about your experience, but I'd say like 9 out of 10 bike shops I go into, there's just like a weird vibe, and I don't think I'm cool enough to be there. And like the guys are just, I don't know, I can't, it's just so weird. So it's nice. Squatch doesn't have that vibe. Yeah. Whoa, nasty. Yeah, oh. My saddle took the, or my back wheel took the jump, but I didn't. Oh, yeah. Vaguely familiar. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess I maybe want to do the upper again.
It's about as heinous as I remember.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, geez, some weird rocks. Oh. Oh. Definitely my favorite style of riding, the tech flow. You can really get in the groove, but it's really spicy. Wow. Oh. Just trying to see a little bit ahead. Oh. Ooh. Wow. Oh. Ooh. Ew. That was dangerous. Nice. Look at her go. Uh-oh, is this her section that she's so good at? Yeah. Whoa. Oh, God. Oh, I had it. I almost had it. Woo! Yeah. Oh yeah. Whew. Yeah. Oh. Yikes. Woo. Oh, I'm warm now. Yeah. Oh man, the payoff, so good. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Man, so good.
Yeah, mission accomplished with a little bit of daylight left. Oh yeah.
It's always nice to finish right at the car.
Yeah, that was great. Woohoo.
Close.
Yeah.
People always ask me, where would you live if you had to leave California? And every single time I say Western North Carolina. This place has so many trails, so many adventures, and so much more stuff in the queue. They're building and building. They see the power of tourism and mountain bike trails. It is just the coolest thing going. I was lucky enough to get a few more rides out of this trip. So many more cool things to show off. But until then, do me a favor. Go ride something new. And maybe I'll see you on the trail.